my first finished project of 2025. I did the large version of Sophie's scarf in fingering weight and mohair, and I'm destashing. I used my scraps. So if we have a closer look, I had a tiny bit of purple left, and then I used up all of the orange, and then I had some blue variegated string there. And I on purpose wanted to make the orange in the center because I had most of this, and that I thought it would be the base color. And then the tips could be a nice accent color, which looks quite nice once you tie it like this. And you can wear it casually like this. And sometimes I actually wear this in the office with a black blazer and even sometimes a black shirt. And then the contrast, because these are kind of, I would say, unusual color combinations, or at least where I live, people dress in very neutral colors. I like bright and different combinations of colors. So the contrast between the black, it makes it look elegant and quite nice. And then if you have like a necklace or something, it looks pretty. So that was that. I'm contemplating knitting one for a friend, but we shall see. What do you think? I think this was great use of the scrap yarn, really. Like, especially the ends parts. Like, what would I even do with this leftover yarn otherwise? This was perfect, I think. And I like this more than I should. I was skeptical about knitting a Sophie scarf. I just didn't get the trend. But, well, I guess I get it now. In the meantime, I've also been spinning, and I've been doing the undyed wool. The staples are quite long and a bit rough. I think you can see it on camera pretty okay. And like, for example, I get locks like this, but they're a bit coarse. So I've done some of that, and because they're a bit coarse, I feel like I don't get very good consistency. So the yarn that I have, it's not entirely ideal. It's not bad for what it is, but I was hoping to get a bit more even, thinner yarn. But it's fine. So here is my progress so far. I hope that I can finish spinning everything by the end of April. I have the whole Easter to get to this. I haven't even made a dent. Okay. Did I mention it's 5 a.m.? And yes, I did wake up at this hour to dye some wool. I've left this soaking overnight, or I brought it to a simmer and then I turned it down and let it soak overnight. So it's acquired a really nice, deep, I guess, brownish red color. Hard to say. I mean, I knew that red onions give a different color. I was thinking that I would get more of a yellow color here. I did think of using a mordant on the wool before this. But you know what? Since it's the first time I do it, I just want to know what results I get with each method. So this time I'm just going all natural. It's fine. And if it fades out through time, then I'll just dye the whole garment. Like, I think I'll knit just one project with this wool. And then it'll be like, I can get a new garment, or not a new garment, it's the same garment, different color, old but new because it looks different, right? So it's fine. Let's just, for experiment's sake, try this out. Alright, I've removed all the onion peels. Everything that I put in here was actually a collection of all of my onions for the past year. I have slowly just been accumulating them. Then I added them to this. I think this is a 20-liter pot. And I added about a little bit less than 9 liters of water, so halfway. And I think that's enough. The wool that I'm adding here, it's not treated at all, and I haven't pre-soaked it either, for the reason that I'm just gonna leave it soaking throughout the day. Like, I want to come back to this in the evening and then see where we're at. The moment of truth. Adding too much. Oh, I can't both film and put this here. Let's see. Wow. What kind of color is this? Oh, pretty. Doesn't look... Okay, it's a bit orangey. Orangey red. Alright, I've added some more wool here, and I think this is enough. It still needs to soak here for a bit. It's still early, so I still have some time to bring it up in temperature and then turn off the stove and let it just do its thing for a few hours. So let's do that. So it's been a few hours and it's been here simmering away. It's a very nice earthy color, but I'm surprised that it's not a bit more intense. I think even after I wash this, it might be even lighter than this. I'm wondering if I should leave it here for longer. And there's quite a lot of dye left. Should I add more wool? I'll add a little bit more, but I don't want to add more than this. It's going to take forever to dry this up. I can't even leave it outside because it's winter time. Okay, let's do that. All right, I think this is a great time to do a check-in. I have been spinning for days, and this is all I have so far. I'm not finished. I have learned a few things on the way. The first is I don't think I've processed some of the wool properly, or my combs weren't that good enough, because there's locks and chunks that prevent me from spinning it as thin as I might have wanted. And then sometimes it looks like this, but it's still very beautiful. It gives it this nice effect, and I think once I knit it up, it will have this very beautiful texture. So I'm not too concerned about that. The other thing is that that batch of wool, as I mentioned, it's very coarse. I had initially planned on making a jacket with this, but I'm not sure if I have enough and if it will be pleasant, like, to have on my skin or even over my clothes. So I'll have to do a swatch before I decide exactly what I'm going to do with any of this. Some of it has turned out really beautiful though. It has. So I mean, I have stuff like this, which is a bit more consistent. And I think once I wash it as well, it will be a little bit less yellowish color. So I'm a little bit excited about that for now, but I think I just want to spin everything and let my ideas simmer a bit. And then we'll decide. I'm not going to rush a project for this particular wool. And then I realized I have not showed you the end result for my dyed wool. Okay, I have a big bag here now, but okay, there's some undyed stuff there, but it mostly came out yellowish, orange, brownish, greenish. And this is a lot softer than the other batch. So I have quite a lot of high hopes for this, and it is quite a lot of wool. I think I might have enough for a bigger project. So I gotta think on that. I have to find some fun pattern. I feel like this year I'm really into the orangey autumn colors. Usually I don't have orange yarn, but I feel like that's all I've been having recently. Yes, and with regards to my new wheel, I did some tiny adjustments and it stopped clunking. That's nice. And it's very, very smooth. I couldn't be happier. There's quite a lot of mess after spinning, and I can already tell that this could have used another coating. Either I'll put linseed oil, or once I'm done spinning, I'll clean it a bit and then give it another beeswax layer. It is very dry, very dry. This must be some birch because it's sucking everything. But otherwise, very nice. I used the double drive. I've never used the Scotch tension. I don't even know how to do that. I'll have to look at a video, but I'm pretty happy with this setup, so why change it? Yes. So if you're thinking of getting a Kromsky wheel, I would for sure recommend this one. I think this is the larger size. They have other traditional looking ones as well, but they might be a little bit smaller. It depends on your preference. And this is also has only one petal, which is exactly what I wanted. Alrighty. See you next time.